What's up, everybody? This is Hassan with Sacred Life Connections Health and Wellness Center. Our podcast today is Eat Clean. Subtitle, Eat to Live, Don't Live to Eat. We're going to look at several food pyramids to give you an idea of different ways you can eat clean, different ways you can eat to live. So the main focus is to eat to live. The food that you choose in your daily diet should be food that will nourish your body, food that will replenish your body of nutrients that you lose on a daily basis. So you want to have food that is healthy, food that is clean. So eating clean means to choose the best possible food you can. So eat to live. Don't live to eat. There's nothing wrong with eating. There's nothing. Everyone loves to eat. Everyone loves to sit down and have a nice meal. But when you prepare the meal, if you're one that's preparing the meal, you should prepare that meal with love, first of all. Then you should ensure that the best ingredients are present in that food that you're presenting to your family. So when you go to the grocery store, shop the outer aisles, make sure you get the freshest vegetables, make sure you get the freshest meat from the meat market, make sure you try to get meat that is free of hormones, meat that has no antibiotics. Try to get grass-fed beef. Try to get chickens that have been allowed outside the nest and are able to roam freely. Make sure you get pasteurized eggs as possible. Make sure your meat is organic. Make sure that your cow is grass-fed and not eating oats and wheat, etc. Make sure if you can, eat grass-fed cattle. So, eat clean. Eat to live, don't live to eat. And on that same subject, on that same premise, your food should be your medicine. Hippocrates, who is known as the father of medicine, he said, "Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food." So your first hospital or your first health clinic is the kitchen. The food that you have in your kitchen should be food that will heal you. Should be food that will heal you, not kill you. So let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food, as Hippocrates once said. Now, let's look at the first of the pyramids that we're going to look at. We're going to look at 4 pyramids, 4 food pyramids, and we're going to look at the different, we're going to kind of contrast them. Every one of these 4 pyramids are good pyramids to go by. So find one that fits you, fits your lifestyle. The first one we want to look at, this pyramid, at the top of the pyramid is vegetables. And it suggests that you have 30% of your calories coming from vegetables. 10% to 40% coming from beans or legumes. 10% to 40% coming from fruits. 10% or 40% coming from seeds and nuts. 20% or less coming from whole grains. So this diet calls for an uptake in vegetables, beans, fruits, and seeds and nuts, and to limit your whole grains. Also, it calls for less than 10% of your protein or your calories coming from meat. So it emphasizes vegetables. Up to 6% of your calories come from vegetables. Up to 40% come from beans. Up to 40% from fruits. Up to 40% from seeds and nuts. But less than 20% from whole grains and less than 10% from animal products. And also, it causes you to avoid processed foods entirely. So no Big Macs, no Whoppers, no fries from McDonald's, etc. So this diet number one, rich in vegetables, beans. So a good diet, this diet, I would say 6% of your stuff comes from vegetables, 10% from beans, 10% from fruits, 10% from nuts. So that's 60, 70, 80, 90, and about 10% from whole grains or from animal products. But you can finesse it in the way you want to, but that's an example of a healthy food pyramid. Let's move to this next slide, number 6. And this slide, at the very top of the slide is what you should take a very small amount, and that's beef, sweets, cheese, and processed foods. It calls for you to take those sparingly, or rarely eat beef, rarely eat sweets, rarely eat cheese and processed foods. And the second, it said less than 10% of your calories should come from eggs, fish, and fat-free dairy. Also, the pyramid splits in half on the third level with seeds and nuts and avocados. It says 10 to 40% of your calories should come from seeds, nuts, and avocados. 10% or less from whole grains and potatoes. And try to avoid white potatoes. Also, as we go down the pyramid, fruits, 10% to 40% of the calories. Beans and legumes, 10% to 40% of calories. And the biggest area of the biggest consumption will be vegetables. 1/2 raw and 1/2 cooked. 30 to 60% of the calories should come from vegetables. This pyramid was put together by Dr. Joel Fuhrman, who was a noted naturopathic doctor, nutritionist. Now, you can see just looking at comparing those two pyramids, both pyramids agree that vegetables should be a very large part of your diet. Fruit should be a very large part of your diet. Beans and legumes should be a very large part of your diet, as well as seeds and nuts. So there's similarities with the pyramids concerning those items. Now let's look at the next pyramid, number 7. And this is the raw food pyramid. This pyramid will be a little extreme for some people, but for some people, this pyramid might be the pyramid that fits you. And the raw food pyramid calls at the very top seaweed nutritional yeast, which is medicinal foods that should be eaten sparingly. Then, and the medicinal foods also include herbs, microgreens, and wheatgrass juice. The second level is proteins, amino acids, and that should be eaten moderately, and that includes nuts and seeds, flax, and hemp seeds, as well as sprouts and legumes. And on the next level is the foundation foods, which you should eat generously. You should eat a lot of that. And that is fruits and vegetables and leafy greens. So all three pyramids align that vegetables and fruits should be at the very top of your consumption. That should be the main thing that you consume: fruits and vegetables and leafy greens. Now, let's move to the next pyramid. And this pyramid is called the vegan food pyramid. And in the vegan food pyramid, it has at the top of the pyramid the thing that you should consume sparingly. That includes vegetable oils and fats, some sweets, salt, spices, and nuts. And so those should be consumed sparingly. As we move to the second level of the pyramid, coming down, it says fortified dairy substitutes, maybe 2 to 3 servings, you should eat moderately. Legumes, seeds, beans, 2 to 3 servings, should eat those moderately. Moving to the next level of the vegan food pyramid, it calls for whole grains, bread, rice, and pasta, cereal groups, 6 to 11 servings, eat those generously. And at the bottom, it calls for 3 to 5 servings of vegetables, all the vegetable groups, eat those liberally or eat those generously. And on the other side, calls for to eat 2 to 4 servings of fruit, eat that liberally. So it calls for a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruit. Just like, so all the 4 pyramids that we looked at, all of them suggest that you should eat vegetables, you should eat fruits generously. Now, let's look at the vegan pyramid. Also calls for you to eat for you to drink 8 to 10 glasses of water daily. And if you're very active, they call for you to drink even more. So 8 ounce glasses of water, 64 ounces, up to 80 ounces of water. You should consume at least 64 ounces of water daily. So all of the pyramids that we looked at encourage eating fruits and vegetables as the main cog of your diet. So if you just increase your vegetable intake, increase your fruit intake, your health will improve. Increase your water intake, your health will improve. And when we talk about vegetables, avoid canned vegetables. Avoid vegetables, like we said, that comes in a can. Avoid canned vegetables, avoid canned fruits, avoid canned beans if you can. Try to get fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, and try to get your beans. Dried beans are good, but try to get fresh vegetables, fresh beans, fresh fruits, and above all, get fresh water, clean water, spring water. Try to put lime in your water that raises your pH levels. Drink alkaline water, spring water, drink clean water. So the next slide, if we see look at the next slide, it was the most important thing. If you eat better, you'll feel better. And with COVID-19, it's wintertime now, it's very cold. So not only you got to worry about COVID, you got to worry about catching a cold, you got to worry about the flu, you got to worry about all kinds of things. So it's inevitable that you're going to get sick. You may get the flu, but if your immune system is strong, if you're healthy, you'll ride through the flu. You'll ride through a cold. That's not saying you won't get sick because you're healthy, but your recovery time will be less. So take care of yourself. Be responsible. Eat correct. Try to eat right. Try to have a diet rich in vegetables, veggies, fruits, beans, nuts. All of that makes up a very clean diet. And if you eat meat, like I said, try to have meat probably about 10% of the food that you consume in a week. So with that, we leave you. Hope your day is great. Hope your night is great. Whenever you listen to this podcast, we hope that you're feeling great. Hope you're eating well, you're feeling well, and you're doing well. So the next time, we hope that you'll hit the like button, make a comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video with friends and family. We love you all. Peace and blessings. See you next time.